The day Babwaya was cleaned. It was a bright Saturday morning in the village of Bubatsatsa and Bumajeku Babwaya. The sun's golden rays danced on the lush green fields, casting long shadows of trees and homes across the quiet rural town. Birds chirped their morning songs. The air was thick with the familiar sounds of village life, children laughing, women chatting as they start their small businesses, and the hum of boda-bodas going about their day. But something felt different that day. In the center of Molyneux, an old weathered notice board stood tall, a reminder of the upcoming village event. It had been there for years, but today, the message it carried felt more urgent, more personal. Community cleanup. Join us in making Molyneux shine. The village had been facing a growing issue: litter, discarded plastics, and debris that had accumulated over the months. The beauty of the village was being overshadowed by the carelessness of its own people. As the rainy season approached, the stagnant waste threatened to create more problems: pollution, disease, and the loss of the village's charm. But today, everything would change. Today, the people of Molyneux would unite for a cause bigger than any individual task. At the crack of dawn, the village's leaders, including the wise man Wabaroko, Moses, and old Musi Watawa Vawela, gathered at the village center. Musi Watawa was a man of few words but immense wisdom. His face, lined with the marks of age and experience, carried a gentle smile as he looked at the growing crowd. He knew this moment was important. Molyneux was about to reclaim its beauty and sense of pride. Brothers and sisters, Musi Watawa began, his deep voice carrying across the gathering. Our village has given us everything we need: land, water, love, and life. It is our duty to honor it by keeping it clean and beautiful. Today, we will work together to make Molyneux shine. We do not wait for others. We are the change we seek. A wave of applause broke out. The people of Bubatsatsa village and Bumajetu, young and old, were ready to work. The volunteers began to gather in groups, each one assigned a specific area of the village. The children, eager and excited, took the task of picking up trash along the main road, their tiny hands working with the precision of seasoned workers. They laughed as they raced to collect the most litter, their sacks quickly filling up with discarded plastic bottles, candy wrappers, and old papers. Meanwhile, the elders took to clearing the overgrown bushes around the center, trimming back the wild vegetation that had grown unchecked for years. Their experience and steady hands guided the younger workers as they carefully pruned the trees and cleared away the weeds. The men of Babwaya worked together to scrub the village's common areas: the marketplace, the village center, and the small dirt roads that connected the homes. They carried brooms and dustpans, sweeping the streets clean with a sense of pride. Too, the rhythm of their work was synchronized, their laughter ringing through the air as they exchanged stories and jokes. "Let's make this well beautiful again," she said, her voice full of hope. Together, the villagers removed the debris, scrubbed the stone walls, and even planted flowers around the well. It was a symbol of their commitment, a tangible representation of what they could achieve when they worked as one. As the hours passed, the village transformed. The sun, now high in the sky, illuminated the streets, casting a soft glow on the freshly cleaned roads and homes. The children skipped along the sidewalks, their once dull surroundings now vibrant with color and life. The marketplace, usually cluttered with refuse, looked pristine, ready to welcome the villagers with open arms. By midday, Babwaya had undergone a total transformation. Every corner of the village had been cleaned, and the once neglected spaces had been revived. But it wasn't just the physical space that had changed. The people of Babwaya had come together, united by a common purpose, and in doing so, they had renewed their sense of community. As the day ended, the villagers gathered once again in the village center. Chief Kato stood before them, his heart swelling with pride. Mr. Wabaroko said, "Look at what we have done," he said, his voice steady but full of emotion. Together, We have turned our village into a place of beauty, a place we can be proud of. But remember, the work doesn't end here. We must continue to care for this place, to nurture it as it has nurtured us. The villagers nodded in agreement, their faces shining with satisfaction. There was a sense of accomplishment in the air, a feeling that they had achieved something meaningful. As the evening sun began to set, casting long shadows over the village, the people of Molyneux celebrated with a feast and Moloa. The food, as always, was abundant Moloa chai and chaputis. The village had come together, not just to clean, but to reaffirm the bond they shared, a bond rooted in love, respect, and pride for the place they called home. And as the stars twinkled above the village, the people of Molyneux knew that they had accomplished something truly special. They had made their village shine, not just on the outside, but within their hearts as well. Prepared by Wefafo Abisan.